So I'm actually in the process of building that template that I've mentioned before. I had to throw things away and try it again. I goofed and tried to use the VM which is currently running, which I do not want to sacrifice, as as one of the components of this new template. Obviously, that doesn't work. It failed in about 30 seconds flat. So actually, let me go look at this in the jobs, the jobs workspace. The jobs workspace is actually in some ways a good deal more informative than the jobs window, because you get all of it right up here on top. It literally failed instantly. It probably looked at the VM and said, "Wait, this is running. I can't do this." It stopped. The other fun thing that the template wizard gives you is the ability to generate, actually to see the PowerShell code that it's writing for you, so that if something goes wrong, you could actually look at it yourself. Or say, for example, if you figure out, okay, what worked and what didn't, maybe you could, I don't know, try to run it for yourself. In this particular case, I've got this PowerShell code right here. Anyway, but I'm actually here to talk about user roles. There are a number of them. The big ones are, and actually let me pop this up for you. Okay, not user, that's actually the last screen, sorry. Okay, if you want to look in the settings workspace, you look in the settings workspace, in the user roles node. That'll show you all the roles available. By default, the only role is the admin role, and domain admins are members of this group. If you're doing this on a server machine and you've got the admin, you're using the admin account or whatever you're doing, make sure those users are domain users so they can do that. You can also see users who have been assigned an administrative role. As the name suggests, these users have access to all of the VMM resources. The other roles you can have are Fabric Administrator, Tenant Administrator, Application Administrator. A Fabric Administrator is a delegated admin role with so you can access the library servers and you can use run as accounts. A read-only admin has kind of the same abilities. Control the library servers, work on the run as accounts. Now your tenant administrators can access networking, resources, and permissions. Your application admin, which is to say a self-service user, can do these same kinds of things. This will allow them to, your tenant administrator may be able to create new templates. Your application admin, your self-service user, may only be able to use those templates to generate new virtual machines. Let me look at that right quick. And you can also create a new user role on the basis of one of these roles. You could use that as a starting point and then modify it from there. There are a number of different virtual machine functions. Author, checkpoint, deploy shielded, local admin, pause and resume, receive, remote connection, remove, save, share, shut down, start, stop, store and redeploy. Some of these things, say for example, start, stop, save, pause and resume, these are maybe a shutdown, share, things like that. These are end user things. Say for example, you have users who need to be able to manage to control their own VMs, but aren't going to create new ones. That would be a very restricted role. So you can decide what functions any given user needs. And of course, we always apply the principle of least privilege. If you have a user who's only going to run VMs, start them, stop them, save them, shut them down, pause them, and resume them, but doesn't need to store VMs to the library, or shouldn't be able to remove a VM or receive resources or anything like that, or create a new VM, then you can control what they do. Your tenant admins and your tenant admins may have author control, allowing them to create virtual machines and service templates, whereas your users would only have start, stop control of the VMs that you, for lack of a better term, issue them. There's an activity about this in the book. Let's see. And so my next video, I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to go through the chapter summary, and we're almost done. So thanks for watching.